Hello students. So today we learn about the numerical on spur gear design. So here I have already written the problem statement. I want to explain this problem first. So example is that a pair of 20-degree tilted involute spur gears consist of 20 teeth pinion rotating at 1440 rpm. So in this problem, the given pressure angle, that is 20 degree, and teeth type is also given, that is involute type of gear, and spur gear type is given, which is having the 20 teeth on pinion. So pinion number of teeth is given at 1440 rpm, and speed of shaft is also given, that is 1440 rpm, and transmitting 10 kilowatt power to 80 teeth gear. Okay, this pinion transmits the 10 kilowatt power to the gear. Okay, next gear, and number of teeth on that gear is 80 number of teeth. The pinion and gear are made of steel with an ultimate tensile strength of 660 Newton per mm square. So observe here that ultimate tensile strength value becomes same for both pinion as well as gear. Okay, so 660 Newton per mm square is the ultimate tensile strength value. And note here that when the material is same, then always pinion is weaker. Okay, the gear pair is heat treated to a surface hardness of 350 Bhn. Okay, Bhn value is also given, that is 350 Bhn. The service factor is 1.5. Here service factor is given, that is Ka, and 1.5 is the value. And while the factor of safety is 1.75, factor of safety value is also given, that is 1.75. Assuming the velocity factor accounts for the dynamic load, here they noted that use the velocity factor for dynamic load. Okay, and we want to find out, first estimate the module of gear pair. We want to calculate the module value. Second, calculate all the dimensions of gear pair. We need to calculate all the dimensions which are related to the gears. And next, calculate the factor of safety available against the bending failure and wear failure. We want to calculate the factor of safety available against bending failure and wear failure. For both the conditions, we want to calculate the factor of safety. So this is the problem statement. So we see one by one. First, we written here given data. Okay. So number of teeth on pinion is given, that is 20. Then speed is given, that is 1440 rpm. This speed is actually related to this pinion. So NP, this suffix P is written for pinion. Okay, here also suffix P is written for pinion. So NP is equal to 1440 rpm. Then next is 10 kilowatt power. So power is equal to, that is P is equal to 10 kilowatt. But in formula we substitute the power in terms of watt. So 10 kilowatt, so K means 1000. So 10 into 1000, that is 10,000 watts becomes the power. Next, number of teeth on gear, that is Zg is equal to 80. This G is that is V, gear is there or wheel is there, so G is written. The pinion and gear are made of steel. Ultimate tensile strength, that is SUT, is equal to 660 Newton per mm square. Okay, Bhn value is given, that is 350 Bhn. The service factor, that is Ka, is equal to 1.5. Factor of safety NF, that is 1.75. Okay, so these are the values available. Zp is available, Np is available, power, Zg, ultimate tensile strength, Bhn value, service factor, and factor of safety. All these terms are available. Now we focus on calculating the module. So how to calculate the module? First we calculate the beam strength by using beam strength equation. Then next is we find wear strength for using wear strength equation, we compare that beam strength and wear strength, find out whichever is less. For that value we design for next. Okay, in this way we find out the module value. We see our step 1. So our equation is Fb is equal to sigma p into b into m into yp, where sigma p is bending stress, b is phase speed, m is module, yp is actually Lewis form factor. Here I have directly written p, suffix p. Why? Because I already tell you that material is same, and if the material is same, then no need to compare. Always pinion is bigger than gear, and so here we substitute the pinion value, that is yp. Okay, and module is not known, so we calculate this Fb in terms of module. We substitute all the values. Okay, for that purpose we need sigma b. So sigma b is equal to SUT upon 3. We know the value of SUT, that is 600. Substitute here, calculating this value, so we get sigma b is equal to 220 Newton per mm square. Now for calculating, now for b, okay, if b is not given, then always we take b is equal to 10 times module. We see this in our theory lectures. So b is equal to 10 times module. We keep m as it is, and for 20 degree full depth involved. Yp is equal to 0.484 minus 2.87 upon Zp. Substituting the value of Zp here, so 0.484 minus 2.87 upon Zp is 20. We calculate all these values, then we get the answer is 0.3405. We get this value as Yp. Here find out the b, and this is the value for sigma b. So sigma b and yp values are given. We are getting. So substituting all the values, so Fb is equal to 220 into 10 times module into m into 0.3405. Okay. After calculating this value, we are getting Fb is equal to, okay, if you solve this in calculator, we are getting the value, that is Fb is equal to 749.1 times module square, and this is in Newton. So this is our Fb value. So beam strength we are getting in terms of module square. So Fb is equal to 749.1 module square. Okay. Now we see step second, that is wear strength calculation. Formula for wear strength calculation, which are already discussed in theory. Fw is equal to dP into B into Q into okay, where dP is pitch circle diameter for pinion, B is phase speed, Q is ratio factor, and K is load concentration factor. Okay, we calculate all these values. So dP is equal to m into Zp. Okay, so what is the value of m? M is not known, Zp is known. So Zp is 20. So m into 20 or 20 times module. This is the value of dp. Next is v is already there. We assume 10 times module. Q is ratio factor. So formula for ratio factor is 2 times Zg upon Zg plus Zp. So 2 times Zg means 80 divided by 80 plus 20. If we solve these values, then we get answer is 1.6. Now this K value, which is depend on material. Okay, if both materials are steel, then for both steel material or for both gear, steel material is there. So K formula becomes K is equal to 0.16 into BHN upon 100 bracket square. So 0.16 into BHN, which is already given, that is 350 upon 100 bracket square. If we solve this value, we are getting K is equal to 1.96 unit is Newton per mm square. So we are getting this dp value, we are getting, we already have the v value, we are getting q value, we are getting k value. Substitute all these value in the equation. So Fw is equal to 20 times module into 10 times module into 1.6 into 1.96. If we solve this, we get Fw is equal to 627.2 module square. This is also in Newton. Okay, so substituting all these values, we are getting Fw is equal to 627.2 module square. This is in Newton. Now compare Fb and Fw. This is Fb value, that is 749.1 module square, and this is Fw, that is 627.2 module square. Now comparing this, we get Fw is less than Fb. That is Fw is 627.2 is less than 749.1 module square. Okay, so we say that Fw is less than Fb, and so here is weaker in wear, or it is called as fitting failure. Okay, from this statement we get that Fw is less than Fb, and what is the meaning of this? That is, gear spares are bigger in wear as compared to bending. Fb is nothing but bending, Fw is nothing but wear failure. So wear failure is more important in designing this spur gear. So Fw is less than Fb, so gear is bigger in wear. We focus on wear failure. Okay, or it is also called as fitting failure. So next step, that is third step, is effective load calculation. So effective load is also called as F effective. What is the formula for F effective? F effective is equal to Ka into Km into Ft upon Kb. Okay, Ka means application factor or service factor, which is given. That is Ka is equal to 1.5. Km is not given, so we assume 1. If Km value is not given, then assume Km is equal to 1. There is no distribution factor. And Ft is not given, we calculate Ft by using power upon Frictional velocity. What is the Frictional velocity? V is equal to pi into dp into Np upon 60 into 1000. So pi into dp we calculate in terms of module. So 20 times module into 1440 RPM divided by 60 into 1000. So we get V is equal to 1.508 times P value in this formula. Power is already available, so we substitute that power also. So P is 10,000 divided by 1.508 times module. After calculating this, we are getting 6631.3 divided by module. This is it. Okay. So power is 10,000 watt. V is calculated by using this formula. Pi into dp into np upon 16,000. Okay. If gear values are available, then same formula, that is v is equal to, in place of dp and np, you simply substitute the dg and ng. So v is equal to pi into dp into np upon 16,000, because dp and np both values are available. So substituting dp and np, we get v is equal to 1.508 times module. Okay, so we substitute this 1.508 times module and power is 10,000. So after calculating ft, we get 6631.3 divided by module. So this is ft value. Now why we calculate this ft value? Because that value is required for calculating effective load. So in this calculation, we want Ka is 1.5, we want Kf, we assume this 1. Okay, then ft we already calculated in terms of module, and this kV. Okay, kV is called as application factor, or it is also called as warp factor. So this kV value is not given here, and this kV value is velocity factor. That depends on manufacturing process. Then gear grade. We see in our theory class that total 12 gear grades are there. Okay, number is minimum for gear grade, then that is high accuracy gears. If number is greater, that is, if we consider the greater number is in case of gear grade, 12 number gear grade is greater, so that gear is less accurate gear. Okay, so we consider if the gear grade is not given, then choose middle range gear grade. Okay, which is more about that accurate also, as well as less cost is there. Okay, so precise gear is not required, then we use middle range gear grades. Okay, and in this case we choose the gear grade, that is forming and shaping process. Okay, forming and shaping, and for that purpose kV value is, or the formula for kV is 6 upon 6 plus V. We substitute the V value, so 6 upon 6 plus 1.508 times module, so we get kV value from here, and after that we substitute all the values, we get F effective. So F effective is equal to 1.5 and 1, K is 1.5, Kn is 1 into Ft. We already calculated that Ft, that is 6631.3 upon m divided by Kv. That Kv is this value, that is 6 upon 6 plus 1.508 times module. Solve these values and calculate F effective. After calculating F effective, or after simplifying this equation, we get 1657.82 into bracket 6 plus 1.508 times module divided by m. Okay, we get this one. F effective is equal to 1657.82 into 6 plus 1.508 times module divided by m. So we get this F effective value. Okay, then after that, check. We already checked FW is less than FV. We focus on FW, and for FW we use a formula. The next step is estimation of module. FW formula. FW is equal to factor of safety into F effective. So FW we already calculated. We substitute that value, that is 627.2 times module square. Okay, is equal to factor of safety value which is available. So factor of safety is 1.75, and now F effective I already calculated here, 1657. 1.75 into 1657.88 into 6 plus 1.508 times model divided by m. So if we observe whole equation, then only module is the unknown. So by using this formula or this equation, now easily you calculate the module value. So after calculation, we get our answer, that is m cube is equal to 27.75 plus 6.975 times module. If we solve this cubic equation by trial and error method, so m is nearly equal to 3.78 mm. Now, if value is in between, that is, if value is this side, that is 3.78, then you choose the integral value, that is next value, next standard value. So from standard available table, this is nearly equal to, but m we are prefer m is equal to 4 mm. So m is equal to 4 mm. After getting the module, we get dimensions of their pair. So dimensions. So this is our first answer. Then second answer is dimensions. So module is equal to 4 mm. ZP is already available 20. ZG is 80. Now B is equal to 10 times module. So n into this 4, that is 40 mm is the base weight. B is equal to 40 mm. GP is equal to m into ZP, substituting the value of m, that is 4 into 20. So this value becomes 20 mm. TG is equal to m into 20. So m then 4 into ZG is 80. So answer is 320 mm. Addendum, for addendum HA symbol is used 1 times module. So 1 into 4, that is 4 mm. Addendum HF symbol is used 1.25 times module. So 1.25 into 4, which is equal to 5 mm. Center distance A is equal to dP plus dG upon 2, which is equal to 80 plus 320 upon 2, which is equal to 200 mm. Dimensions becomes module is equal to 4 mm, ZP is 20, ZG is 80, B is 10 times module. So we substitute the module value. So B is 10, B is equal to 10 into 4, that is 40 mm. DP, that is pitch circle diameter for pinion, which is m into ZP, that is 80 mm. DG is module into number of teeth on gear, so 320. Addendum is 4 mm, dedendum is 5 mm, and center to center distance is DP plus DG upon 2. Substituting this value, so we get A is equal to 200 mm. So this is our second answer. So we want to calculate a module, we want to calculate the dimensions, and now we want to calculate the factor of safety available. So first we calculate the for available factor of safety against bending failure, and for that purpose we use this suffix b. So factor of safety suffix b, that is NFB. First we calculate F effective, which we already calculated in terms of model. We substitute model values and calculate the actual value. So F effective is equal to all this equation. So in place of model we substitute 4 mm. So we get 4986.7 Newton, which is the value of F effective. Then FB, we already calculated FB value in terms of module square, 749.1 module square. In place of module we substitute 4. So we get FB is equal to 11,985.6 Newton. Okay, now for bending purpose, factor of safety for bending is equal to FB upon F effective. We substitute both the values, that is 11,985.6 upon 4,986.7, which is 2.4. So in case of bending, we get factor of safety 2.4. Similarly, for wear also we calculate the values. So available factor of safety against wear failure is FW. So FW is equal to 627 module square to 627.2 module square. Substituting the value we get 10,030.2 Newton. Then after calculating this NFW, FW upon F effective, we get 10035.2 divided by 4986.7, that is equal to 2.01. So this is the factor of safety value in case of wear failure. Okay, so in this way we calculate this problem. Okay, so if we understood this problem, then it is easy to calculate the remaining problems. Okay, just procedure is important. First step is bending strain calculation, beam strain calculation. Next is wear strain calculation. Compare FB and FW. Find out which is less. After that, third step is effective load calculation. If effective load calculation having two formulas. Okay, but if dimensions are not available, then use velocity factor, that type of formula. After that, we calculate the module by using the formula. First compare FB and FW, which is less. For that purpose, we do the design calculation. So FB is less than FW, then use FB, that formula. Okay, for calculating the module value. After calculating the module, then we get the dimensions. After getting the dimensions, for safety check we use this formula. For factor of safety we calculate. Okay, so in this way we finish this numerical, and we stop here. Thank you.